So this is for I Could Have Danced All Night. I would, she has this, and then you have all this bed, I couldn't go to bed. I would just face forward in that. This section I would move, and I would move out of a sense of like, kind of excitement. So my head's too light to try to set it down. That sort of like, that kind of like, oh, I'm just kind of floating all over the place. That's what I would do in any movements anything that has this sleep. I would not really worry about doing much on that. I really start movement here. I like what you did. I think you kind of did this. I could have danced all night. You just kind of did this nice flow, which works. There was something else that you did. I don't know if it was, I could have danced, Could have danced all night, I could have danced all night and still have begged for more. I could have spread my wings. You could do that. Sometimes, whenever you have places of rest, you can just explore. I would try to change movements either in level or in speed. So I would say, I could spread my wings and then 1,000 things like never done before or whatever. And then you can always, facing forward is probably the best thing for this song. I would work with timing, like speed, how fast or slow you move, and work on seeing if you can add at least a twirl in, seeing if you can add some forward and back motions, because it's a very, very nice, tender piece. I don't think you need a whole lot to it. Do you want me to, like, sing it and you explore it while exploring movements, or do you want to put on the recording, or do you want to play for you? So that way you get a chance to actually move.
But I have Mel's recording, which is quite a bit slower, but I think she was going to try to do it faster, maybe. So I have your recording that's like super fast.
Okay.
Do you want to? I could play that.
That's fine.
And then, you want me to record you dancing?
Sure. That's fine. I'm gonna make up.
I can sing it. Well, that's
okay. That's fine.
Start over.
Sleep.
I'm not even sure which one that is, but we'll work with it.
Come up here.
Are you ready for me?
Oh yes, I am. Yes, sorry. I'm so sorry. I just stay forward.
Go to bed. My heart's too light to try to set it down. Sleep.
And then back again.
Couldn't sleep tonight. Not for all the jewels in the crown.
You can turn around if you want to.
I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night and still have begged for more.
Again. You can do. It's one of those things. If anything, any movement like this would be good. We'll just stay here.
I'll never know what made it so exciting. When all at once my
Let's stay here, sorry.
heart
I have to make sure I'm in this area.
I only know when he began to dance with me. I could have danced all night. Could have danced.
And you can even move your skirt.
Could have danced all night and still have begged for more.
Again.
I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things I've never done before.
And then the excitement.
I'll never know what made it so exciting. Why all at once my heart to fly
section you can go. You can make it very, very grand. Okay. So I will work. Let me go ahead and choreograph this last part for you. So I only know when the little ones, my heart took flight. You can go, I only know when he began to dance with me, I could dance all night. And I would just lean, because they're doing da 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 da, but you're still in this daze.
Yeah.
Da 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 da, dum bum, ding.
Yeah.
You could do that, or and say bye to Mel and walk off, and then just come back up and take your bow. That's how I would probably do the end.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but your neck was up a lot of the time.
Okay.
I think you told me to try to keep down. With this song, you kind of somehow want to do that.
I would say cheating it this way is okay as long as it's not like this.
Oh, okay. I wasn't.
Which I don't think you were doing. I would say this is fine.
Because I was like singing, those windows that are atop.
Yeah.
I think maybe
out in that direction.
That high. But then I would do it and I'd be like, oh, try to keep it down.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so you're saying. I would say this. Excuse me, because you're better at acting. Mm-hmm. So if you're taking that direction, then I would go in that direction and follow through. As long as you're not doing this.
Yeah.
I think if you do that, that's fine. Because it's okay. It's not like it's a no-no. I would do that. I would also, there's something else that you said about that what is it? I would, when you're out like this, really just be aware of like what you're doing in your body. That's all I would say. Like, make sure that if you're looking out in that direction or this direction, that you're not tightening anything up, that you're staying as open. And if you feel yourself tightening, you can use your emotions to open yourself up. Never done before, I could have spread my wings and done 1,000. So that you're looking in that direction, but I opened myself up. So that way it's like, I can just take that flight. I think of this as like soaring in a sense.
Yeah.
This is gonna look like I'm on ADHD. So when you look at this again, so if there's anything that you want me to like do set, I can do that for you while I'm in front of this thing.
Okay, well, what we're gonna do is let's do it again. I'm gonna like stand behind
That's
you
right.
because and see the
absolutely.
twirls and everything like that.
And I'm gonna do my best to stay in this thing right here.
Bed, I couldn't go to bed. My heart's too light to try to set it down.
I would just do this and just stay in the same place.
I couldn't sleep tonight, not for all the jewels in the crown. I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night and still have begged for more. I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things I've never done before. I'll never know what made it so exciting. When all at once my heart took flight, I only know when he began to dance with me. I could have danced
You can do this roll here, that's fine.
all night. I could have danced all night. I could
Add some more
have
emphasis.
danced all night and still have begged for more. I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things I've never done before.
Do a different excitement.
I'll never know what made it so exciting. Why all at once my heart took flight. I only know when he began to dance with me. I could have danced
one way I would say doing that.
Okay.
I will leave that totally up to you for the end, for that part.
Now, I don't know what kind of shoes to wear for any of these.
Oh, usually with auditions, they want character shoes. Do you know what character shoes are? Character shoes, and if you don't have that,
I mean, just what would go with the outfit.
exactly. A low pump, and if you want a strap, you can have a strap. He doesn't need to have a strap, but a low pump, regular basic shoe. If you're concerned about tripping over that, I would just do jazz shoes or like ballet slippers or something like that, just so that you can. That's fine too. Yeah, that's it. And are you wearing that skirt?
Did you like that?
I like that. I thought that was really cool. Yeah, yeah. Even if you want to wear this, that's fine too. I mean, I don't know if you have something in mind.
The other one's fine.
That's-
I just didn't know if it was outdated or.
No, oh goodness, no, because it'll help you to move. You know what I mean, and flow. So that's fine.
Okay.
Was that okay?
Yep, that's good.
Okay.
That's good. And let's just, why don't I do the next song?
Sure.
For you, unless you have something, we had about 9 minutes, so, unless you have something in mind, I'll just show you what I have, and then. Is it this one?
That's fine with me.
I think this is now right here. It ain't so much a question of not knowing what to do. I've known what's right and wrong since I've been 10. I heard a lot of stories, and I reckon they are true, about how girls are put upon by men. I know I mustn't fall into the pit, but when I'm with a feller, oh, I forget. Not really sure.
That's fine.
I'm just a girl who can't say no. I'm in a terrible fix. I always say, come on, let's go, just when I ought to say nix. When a person tries to kiss a girl, I know she ought to give his face a smack. But as soon as someone kisses me, I somehow sort of want to kiss him back. I'm just a fool when lights are low. I can't be prissy and quaint. I ain't the type who can fake. How can I be what I ain't? I can't say no. What you gonna do when a fella gets flirty and starts to talk purty? What you gonna do? Supposing that he says that your lips are like cherries or roses or berries, what you gonna do? Supposing that he says that you're sweeter than cream, and he's gonna have cream or die. What you gonna do when he talks that way? Spit in his eye? I'm just a girl who can't say no, can't seem to say it at all. I hate to disappoint a beau when he is paying a call. For a while I act refined and cool, sitting on a velveteen settee. Then I think of that old golden rule and do for him what he would do for me. I can't resist a Romeo in a sombrero and chaps. Soon as I sit on that laughs, something inside of me snaps. I can't say no.
Good. I like all of the movements that you're doing. I'm gonna tweak the ones that tend to be the same, like the same time or the same energy.
Okay.
So The thing that I would say at the beginning is do exactly what you're doing, but really be your emotions or their movements, sorry, just let them be a little more crispier because she's really in a fix. It ain't so much a question of not knowing what to do. It's like what do I do? Da-da-da, you know, well, since I've been 10, that movement, because she's in a fix.
Mhm.
I heard a lot of stories and I reckon they are true. And I love how you did this. But I would how girls put upon by men. Just a little bit more, just crispier. That's all I would say for the beginning part. When you get into your refrain, I don't know what you did on fix, but I said accent on fix. So whatever you did on fix, keep it just crispy, just crispier. I always come. Okay, come on, let's go. When I also, oh yeah, same. It's the same thing. So I like what you're doing. Just make it crispier. Let's go. I also always say nix. Nix. And then it will be great contrast against what you're doing for like those nice like slinky kind of things because you're doing all this stuff. Person tries to kiss. Oh yeah, when you do kiss, you do it this way. So kiss a girl, it's cool. I would say try to cheat this way so that they can still see what they'll definitely see it this way, but so they can also see your face.
Oh.
Person tries to kiss a girl. What's the next part?
No,
the smack. So da 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 da. I would just make so this is nice and soft, nice and accented. But as soon as someone kisses me, I like this part. I would grow versus this way, kiss them back. I would go back. I'm just a girl who can't say no. That way you have it'll open your body up and it'll grow with the crescendo. That's there's not one there, but I'd like to think there's one there. I love Prissy and Quaint. That's cool. Now that doesn't have to be crispy. Do exactly what you did, but really like, what did you do? I think you went Prissy and Quaint. Mm-hmm. Is that what you did? So I would really be like a diva. Everything on stage has to be like times 10. So I can't be prissy and quaint. I'm not the type that can faint. It's gonna be like overly dramatic because she's in a fix. But it's one of those things like it's like you're right. But the more it'll be funnier, the more that you're like, oh, I'm not the what's the next part of it? Can't wait. Prissy and quaint. I ain't the type that can faint. How can I be what I ain't? So you do prissy, quaint, faint. How can I be what I ain't? I can't say no. And you can turn your back on the audience and start again. I can't say no. What you gonna do when? And then it totally sets the whole, or whatever else you were doing at that point.
Is that the next phrase?
Yes.
Okay. That'll be good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll turn my back. That's a good part.
The flirty and purdy thing was good. You're like, flirty and purdy. I would do that. That's fine. I would, I don't know what you did on this. Supposing that your lips are like cherries or, I don't know. What you gonna do? I don't know what you did on that. I forgot about that. Purdy.
Yeah, just supposing that he says that your lips are like cherries or roses or berries.
That's
what
fine.
You gonna do?
Keep that.
Supposing that he says that you're sweeter than cream.
Are you doing anything on that part?
He's gonna. No.
You don't have to.
Gonna
so
have
you
cream
just.
or die.
That's fine.
Die. What you gonna
And I would just do that or die.
What you gonna do when he talks that way? Spit in his eye.
So there is space between way and spit. So what I would say is whatever you're doing movement-wise in that, excuse me, what you gonna do when he talks that way? Spit in his eye? Like kind of take the sense like you're really kind of thinking about it. And you're going, ah, that, and then you'll go back into it again. Everything else was fine. Can't sing it all. When you're doing all, I don't know what you're doing. I'm sorry. I was trying to write down things and look up. I'm just a girl who can't say no, can't seem to say it at all.
I hate to say.
This is kind of funny. I don't know if this will work or not because it might be too dancey. You can do this. I'm just a girl who can't do that. Can't seem to say it at all. I mean, and then come back into your character. I only said it because she's sold on the fact that she's in a fix. I feel that the first part of the song is like, I'm in a fix. Then it's like, I'm in a fix. I'm in a fix. And it's one of those things, I would just, because that's such a cool jazzy chord, can't seem to say it at all. And then you can go back into it. When he's in pain, I like this part, that's so good. Golden rule, what he would do for me. I think you're doing this. For me, same thing. Think about it outward versus coming in. Now, if you want to keep this in, do it in a different way. So, golden rule, and do for him what he would do for. Okay. And do what he would do for. I would maybe put your hands up.
Okay. Because I already went out once.
Yeah, they went out, yes. And then if they're ever going up, you can dramatically put them down if you need to. I'm just a girl who, that's it. And you always think of, I don't know what, if I only do this from what I see on YouTube, that's it. But it seems like doing angles in Broadway seem to work. I don't know why, but they do. So if you're favorite facing forward, you can just take an angle. Take an angle. And it's like I'm defining my space. I don't know. But that helps with the characterization. This is Romeo. That's cool. Okay, sombrero, and this chaps, I would say just take it being short and smooth. With us, sombrero and chaps. And then go from there. Soon as I sit on their lap. So you're going this way. So their laps. So sombrero and chaps. And you could do this too. Sombrero and chaps. Something inside of me snaps.
Yeah, I mean,
and then you can like
go
forward. That's fine.
Okay.
Any movement for that particular spot, I would just say allow it to move you.
Okay.
I don't know how. So if you want this, something inside of me snaps, I can't say no. Or something inside of me, oh goodness. That's a hard thing to do.
Well, see, at that point, she's opening her legs like this because she's sitting down.
Yeah.
And she just like lets it all out. I'm not sitting for one thing.
Great. And crouch to the audience is not the worst thing. I would just do something that deals with like you're twisting something or thing inside of me snap like snaps I can. That's fine too. Did you figure out what you want to do at the end?
I was just, she was like that.
That's fine. So I can't say no. And I would just keep it there and don't move.
Okay.
Until you hear the last chord. Bing, and then you can move. That's fine. I think that's it.
Okay.
It helped me to at least see like what I knew what you were doing, but like to actually see it and then add to it. Does that help?
Yeah, that's great.
Cool.
So just show me how to curtsy or whatever. Like
Oh,
when they
yes.
call us back up.
Yeah. So
You're still running, right?
Yes, it should still. Yeah. So you'll come up from the audience. They'll be clapping. You just go ahead and take your bow. You can kind of get into your position. Make sure that you're all set to go. That you're set. and then you can look at Mel and say, I'm ready, or just nod, and then get right into character. It helps to come in with the character. So when you're coming up, you want to be Eliza. Even if you want to bow like that, that's fine. Clap, 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 clap. So you're right there in the character. With this character, because you're going to come back up again, you could do the same thing. Clap, 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 clap. Dun, 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 dun. So that way you're in the character versus dun, 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 dun. And they kind of go, what is she doing? So you can either take the chance to either walk up as your character or after you bow. Take the time to get into your character. And then look at Mel. And then you're ready to go. That's how, and then once you're done, you can stay in the character. That's fine. Or you can totally break. I'll leave it up to you. If you want to stay in the character of Eliza, she's sleeping, or whatever you want to do. So you come up and, thank you.
Yes, that's the part I have no idea how to do.
So you curtsy, right leg behind your left, and then you bow, or bend, sorry. You bend, yeah. And then you will acknowledge Mel with your right hand. Exactly. She'll take her bow, and then you come off the stage. I don't know what you want to do with this character. Say no, da 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 da. And then I would probably get yourself out of the character, and just, because it's a very peppy. I would just kind of take that presence where you're doing these like that, or you can stay in character and go, and then from there, totally up to you. And that's just you never, when you're bowing and singing, you never do this. So it goes, she's going against the rules. So why not?
You're supposed
to just bow like this, or like this. You're never supposed to bow like this. Never showing your face to the audience.
Okay.
So she's breaking the rules. So
she is.
you can do that if you want to. And they'll get it. Yeah. They'll go, oh, that's so cute, because it'll work with the character. Yeah.
So you can call me up. I come up on stage,
yes.
Just a straight bow.
Straight bow,
like this, and then
you look at Mel whenever you're ready. Yeah. So if you need to cough it out, if you need to get a drink of whatever you need to do, that's your 5 seconds to kind of set yourself. And then you look at Mel. She'll start, and then you're right in.
Okay. And then so let's say that it's the one where she falls asleep. Okay.
Yes.
And then when she's done, tell me what happens then.
When she's done, you'll hear applause, and then from that, you're going to take another bow again and acknowledge Mel.
The curtsy one.
The curtsy
now
one, yes. The curtsy.
Okay, and again here.
Yep.
And then I leave the stage.
And you leave the stage. And what will happen is you'll have a program, so you'll know when to come up. You're number 2 and number 5. So after the first group is done, you'll just come right up after everything's cleared off the stage, and then you'll just walk right up. And I usually just start clapping. So
I'm number 2 in the whole first half.
In the whole first half.
And
number 5, you're also number 5 in the first half. You're so you're number 2. Go to dance all night, and then I move this down to, this is just totally draft, after Carson. So there will be 2 people, and then your final song.
In the first half.
In the first
half.
half.
Oh, in the first half I'm doing both of them.
In the first half you're doing both of them. I'm just putting space in between the 2.
Okay.
Now, if you want, I can split it up where you're doing one song each section.
Right.
I could do it that way if you want me to.
I know I'm going to be like totally nervous all night, so it's probably better just to get it over with, right?
Well, yes, I mean, I want to make it so that, are we good?
Yeah.
We're good. Okay.
Just, you're sending